Hi guys, my name is Grace and I'm back to doing Divine Masculine Energy Check. I've never have been so called to do a Divine Masculine Energy update as much as I have been since yesterday. So I know I really have to do it. I'm really like getting the nudge because this is a really important message for me to relay onto you, to whoever who found this video right now, and to my subscribers that's been following me and been waiting for this update. And yeah, if you already know this, you know how I do this. I try this as much detail as much as I can, and it will be a long reading. You probably already know that because you already clicked on this reading. And yeah, let's just get on to this reading because I'm really excited with what I found out. Yesterday is a 6-5, so it's like the twin flame 6-5, so it's like an 11-11 because it's 6-5 2018. They say it's a twin flame energy portal that is often opening because of the 11-11, and today is the 6-6. So I feel like the theme here is after that 11-11 is 6-6 is all about balancing, to divine masculine and divine feminine balancing, being on that same vibrational level. So really, if the divine feminines are more awakened, divine masculines are catching up, and that's really what I've seen in these cards while I was reflecting on them and reading them, and I took some notes. So okay, here we go. Mental state, general mental state of divine masculine. I've got here the 9 of Wands in reverse. So with the five of cups here and the 7 of discs. So 9 of cups, no, nine of wands for me is the general mental state of the divine masculines. So what I got here is that first of all, I'm seeing a lot of greens with this. It's just highlighted on my, like, my intuition is pointing me to the greens present on these cards here. So I feel like divine masculines, on their mental state, their mind is thinking about how they can better deal with their emotions. So their mind is focused on their emotions. They're thinking about that. That's what they're thinking about. And also with the 9 of Wands here, they might have been beaten, and they might have gone through a lot. Not that divine feminines didn't have to go through a lot, but they did go through a lot. Divine masculines have gone through a lot, and that also, so with the 9 of Wands here, they've been beaten and broken down mentally. In general, all general circumstances taken into account. At the same time, they've been purging a lot too in their mental state. Remember, on the previous readings, they have encountered their tower moments. It's different from different divine masculines, but I feel like most have have experienced that already. They and so what I'm getting here, very interesting, because this is how I read my cards. Using, I was just being told to read them using my intuitions. So it might not the meaning might not be the meaning of the card, but that's just how I'm feeling the cards. So with the Nine of Wands here, I'm seeing this as someone who's like stepping out from someone that still wants, that's now wanting to, divine masculine now wanting to move forward, like how he took step and get out of this defense. They're coming out of their defense mode, or this is someone who's trying to come out of their defense mechanism that they've set out. This is the defense mechanism they've set out, the ones here. So now it's behind them and they've stepped out. Take a step out of that. And yeah, to defend whatever this is that they've put out to defend their mind. Because before, those defense mechanism has been put out by most divine masculines to prevent their mind from thinking beyond their logic. But now it's changing, their mind expanding with everything that has happened to them, all those tower moments, all those circumstances, all those purging, all those triggers. And also seeing like the bandage here on their mind. So I feel like it is someone that is waking up and coming out of an amnesia. And this is just someone that is remembering who they truly is, who they truly are, and divine masculines remembering what they've set out to do. So this is divine masculines, the theme here that I'm seeing, divine masculines awakening. Divine masculines are waking up. Now with the Five of Cups here, I love how I'm also seeing like how with these reversals of the cards, how like the people on the card are looking at each other, those kind of things. With the Five of Cups here, divine masculines are submerged in their emotions. That's what they're thinking, and they're seeing how they have treated. I feel like this can also represent divine feminines. They're seeing how they've treated the divine feminines for granted for most of them, or for some of them they might have treated the divine feminines unfairly, which causes them some regrets and sadness. But I'm also seeing they're planning a way out, and they're planning to take action with the Wands here. They're wanting to a way out to change this situation. That's why it's a 5 here. 5s are all about change and movement. And I feel like it's almost like they were trying to save they're wanting to save the divine feminines. That's just how they're perceiving it. Not that the divine feminines really need some saving, but that's just what I'm getting. They're wanting to save the divine feminines. They just want to get her out of this situation that they might have subjected or put her in. I'm using he's for the divine masculines and she's for the divine feminines, but I do understand that some divine masculines are she and that some divine feminines are he. So now so now At the same time, there's some chaos here also. There's some movement and change. I was saying, there's a movement and change, but at the same time, there are also some chaos. Excuse me for the noise in the background. Now, we have here the incubation. So, the Seven of Discs also is in the mental state of divine masculines. So, at the moment, they want to move forward, but they're also oh, I'm really sorry. That's my mom. Ah, huwag ka maingay.
Want to watch movie?
She wants to watch some movie. My mom. Before, I'm annoyed by the noise, but now I'm just like, it happens, and she knows I'm recording, but she's still quite loud. So that's my mom. Now, let's go back to this. Seven of Discs. So, at the moment, they want to move forward, but they're also realizing that they have to wait for a certain timing. This is also waiting for the right time, because I feel like they're realizing they're trying to be strategic also in their mind. This time around, so that they won't mess up. And what I'm also getting here is that this is the picture that they see when they think of their divine feminines. Like, if you look at this, I feel like this represents their divine masculines and this are divine feminines, if you can see the photo properly. And divine feminines, this is like a mama bear and she's pregnant, and divine masculines is like in a spirit form, because I feel like most divine feminines that's watching this is in separation with their divine masculines anyway. So they're visiting the divine feminines in the astral. They're meeting on the dream state. Look at how divine feminines are like sleeping and seem to be unaware, and but they're in their spirit form and they're trying to protect the divine feminines. I feel like they're also seeing the divine feminines as someone who they want a future with, someone that they want to marry, someone that they want to have children with. That's why they have like someone that they want to carry their children. So I think that's just very sweet. And they want to protect her. At the moment, they're trying to connect, astrally in a dream state also. Now, that's the mental state of divine masculines. That's what I'm getting. Now, with the emotional state, it's interesting because we've got here the 10 of Wands. They're moving from 9 to a 10, so there's really progress there. I feel like they're more advanced in their emotional state, but I feel like their mind is catching up to it. But their heart knows what they really truly want. That's what I'm getting with that. Tens are also completion. We have here also the King of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. So what I got from these cards is that this is a completion from a 9 to a 10. In their heart space, they are now willing to put down and put an end to everything that is not serving them. It's because of the illumination that has happened. I feel like it's related to the Sagittarius full moon that has happened previously for most. Could also be karmic completion for some. But I'm also getting that whenever you're watching this, I feel like this is the message for you, even though you were watching this way too late or something with the dates that I have uploaded this video. So, King of Wands. King of Wands is what the divine masculine is trying to embody. He's not there yet, like fully there yet, but this is what they're wanting, and I feel like he's getting there. And the King of Wands is a leader. The King of Wands, they want to take the lead in this connection. They want to take action. They're not willing to be on this defense mode anymore. That's why, because if this is upright, this is someone that is on a defense, but it's reversed now. They're coming out of that defense mode, and this is King of Wands is someone that is very spiritual too, connecting to their spiritual being, and someone who is warm and shines their light. Basically, how most divine feminines are at the moment. Most divine feminines are shining their light, and the divine masculines are feeling that. So they want to be like the divine feminines. We as divine feminines have been a good teacher and an example for them. The more we heal, the more they're being guided to heal too. Because I feel like divine masculines are really feeling it, and most divine masculines are watching divine feminines, and that's not a secret anymore. They want to match that light that we have as divine feminines, and to be to be that perfect counterpart for us. And with the King of Wands here, this is also someone that is confident. They might not fully have that confidence yet, but they're getting there. That's why it's in reverse. Now, I feel like this is connected, King of Wands to this Three of Cups, because I wanted to get more cards as a clarification too. So that's the reason why they're both in reverse. Because once the divine masculines embody this King of Wands, Three of Cups will happen. Three of Cups is all about reconciliation, celebration. I feel like when this King of Wands, when they embody this, and this became upright, and they go to this energy, but this is what they're wanting. They have like this passion towards their divine feminines. This is their feelings. And some divine masculines, it's still in their subconscious, but they're waking up. I feel like wave after wave, divine masculines are waking up at the right time, because they have different timing. They don't wake up all at the same time, but I feel like many divine masculines are waking up. And that's what I'm getting also with other readers too, while I'm watching their videos, the ones that I resonate with. So that's the message. And also, so Three of Cups, all about reconciliation. When this King of Wands is upright and they embody this Three of Cups reconciliation will be inevitable. It's unavoidable. And this is also about abundance. And I really love this card. This is all about abundance. And because it's receiving grace. And when they get to that King of Wands energy, this Three of Cups, yeah, I think I've already said that, is inevitable. And it's also because of this, I feel like this represents divine feminines. And I've seen this in the reading for like 3 times. They're always present. So what divine feminines are always present. So divine feminines, it's because what have triggered this divine masculine? It's because of the divine feminines willing to give this unconditional love without expecting really in return. They just keep on going, giving, and also it's non-stop. And how are the divine feminines able to do that, to give this unconditional love? It's because we focused on our own self and our own purpose first, and that's why we have this overflowing abundance to share towards our divine feminines and divine masculines in this connection. So if you're a divine feminine that's not doing that, that's what you need to keep on focus on doing, so that this abundance and this reconciliation that you've been wanting to happen will happen. Now, moving towards how the divine masculines are seeing their divine. Oh no, before that, spiritual state first of the divine masculines. Where are they currently at? We have here the Six of Cups, and where they're going, we have here the Ten of Discs or Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now I explain where they're currently at here with the Six of Cups, and I did feel that this Six of Cups is coming when I was speaking out this, like this one, because when I saw this Nine of Wands, and then it's Ten of Wands. Now I was like, Five of Cups. I will not be surprised if Six of Cups will appear, and it did on the spiritual state. Five of Cups, from Five of Cups, there's moving forward to the Six of Cups. So there's really progress there. 5 and 6 is also an 11 card. And so with the Six of Cups here, where the divine masculines are currently at, they're currently in a state of remembrance. That's what's truly in their mind anyway, when I was explaining it, that they're awakening. And there's some regrets. They're not only remembering the bad, what they perceive to be bad memories, but also the good ones and the bad ones, both at the same time. And there's some regrets that have surfaced because when you remember memories, when you're remembering, you remember all, not only the good ones. And so in this remembrance of memories that they've shared with their divine feminines, they're looking back at the past, and they're looking back at the past conversations that they've shared with their divine feminines, and then any physical contact, and but how it's different, and I feel like it's coming out in balance. Like this is like what they perceive as the bad ones and what they perceive as the good ones. And but this is how this is special, is that in their current spiritual growth, they're awakening to this connection. They're seeing it more clearly now. That's why there's like light and dark that they're seeing. Now, where are they going in their spiritual growth? And we have another 10 here, and this is the 10 of Pentacles. And I swear to you, I've seen every single 10s here. So we're really coming out to like full completion here on this first on this spiritual and taking action state, and now on this um pentacles, and like on the physical, more on the 3D state, but it's currently in reverse. So 10 of discs is all about family life, the future that they want to, how the divine masculines have imagined it to be, and the abundance. And right now they are in this chaos in their mind and healing the self-esteem issues on their emotional state. That's why this is reversed. But the fact that this came out just implies that they will start to see the possibility of this. For some divine masculines, they're realizing, they're thinking of marriage with the divine feminines, and I've been seeing that with other readings, and I've been feeling that also with my divine masculines. And I'll share some songs towards the end, or might as well share it now, and I will probably just type in type it in below anyway, the songs that I have resonated with, and I feel that you will resonate too if you're watching my videos. And the first song is Marry Me by Jason Derulo, and the second song is Statue by Lil Eddie, I believe. So when I was, because I was feeling that they I was getting messages that they're my divine masculines, or most divine masculines are thinking of marriage with their divine feminines. So as a divine feminines, even though I'm a reader too, and I feel that with my divine masculines, I'm human too, so I'm skeptical too, and I still need to do some healing to be able to really fully accept that. And I feel like I'm almost blocking it too at the same time, because I haven't gone through, well, I've realized I haven't gone through forgiveness, and I feel like most divine masculine feminists are like, I'm almost like on my ego mind, like, so now what, like, when is this coming? And I forgot to really be compassionate with my divine masculines, and I get into that frustrated state too, but I try to get out from it as much as I catch myself being on it. When I listen to the second song, Statue by Lil Eddie, I just started crying, because I just realized, because I forgot to really look at this situation on my divine masculine's point of view. So when that song played, it's like looking at my divine masculines on my divine masculine, on how he's perceiving this in his point of view, and that's just how I started crying. But I feel like if you feel guided to listen to those songs, you will really resonate with those too. And so, okay, back to this. I felt like I have to share that, and I feel like some people will resonate really with that. So with this is also about, for some divine masculines, this is still just emerging from their subconscious, is still in their subconscious state. And it means that if this is in their subconscious state, and if this card came up, even though it's in reverse at the moment, it means that there's this possibility. They're thinking of their possibility. Their grow this is came out in their spiritual growth. So they're aligning with this, trying to align with this 10 of discs energy. And also soon it will be upright, and they will see a great view. They will come out of this being, they will not start seeing the bigger picture, instead of identifying with the chaos. Instead of, they start to detach from the chaos and move past it and move above it. and instead of identifying with this pain and like how they're remembering and they're identifying with the pain and regrets, they're start to see, like once you start to see how everything is orchestrated, how everything has played out, like the reasons why these things happen, and they have had to be in a karmic relationship, and they had to go through that, and it may have seemed that they have betrayed their divine feminines, but it also had to happen to their divine feminines, because divine feminines have some healing, also are triggered to do their own healing. Like they're seeing the whole picture, bigger picture now, because also with the moon here, from the moon to the sun, so this is like that being like enlightened. So also, what else? Yeah, instead of just being submerged in these emotions. So now how they're seeing their divine feminine. So this is interesting too, because it's just amazing how I use the same cards, and sometimes I feel guided to buy more cards, but it's just that I use the same cards, but I get the, like with the different combination, I get different meanings and different facets of meanings, but it's very interesting. Anyway, because how I read the cards is through my intuition mostly, not through the meanings. But I use both intuition and the meaning of the cards. So with the Knight of Swords here in reverse, um, I picture this as someone who wants to come back. I feel like because it's in reverse, this is someone who wants to come back, and they're looking at this Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like all about the wish fulfillment. So how they're looking at this Nine of Cups, this is someone who wants to come back, and this is also someone who also wants to communicate something about the past pain and chaos. And this is someone who wants to come back and save the divine feminine from this Five of Cups. And how I relate it to the Five of Cups is very interesting, because look how look how this horse is here, and this like horse here. I don't know, that's just how my intuition works with the images. It's the same, it's similar with this, but I've just noticed that. So I feel like they want to come back and like save the divine feminines in that chaos that they might have put their divine feminines in, and that's how they perceive it. And with the Nine of Cups here, this is how that's what they wish to do, but it's in currently in reverse, because um they want this wish fulfillment, but they're currently just observing the divine feminines, because they're still not sure whether the divine feminines want this too. That's why they're looking at this now. um they're also seeing, I'm also getting with this is that they're also seeing their divine feminines as their reflection or mirror.
I like this one.
Um, Now, this is what the picture in their mind on how they're seeing their divine feminines. And we have here the Server of Wands or the Knight of Wands in reverse. And they picture the divine feminines as the transmitter of light. And someone that is emitting light and sending light, and that's causing them to transform. Um, this is what um, what else? Yeah, this is the Knight of Wands here. For some reason, I'm also getting that they're seeing their divine feminines in a sexual way too. Not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. And I'm also feeling that with the divine masculine. So if you're feeling that, then this is just a confirmation too. And I feel like this is just also extreme passion. Mostly it's on their subconscious instinct level. That's why this is in reverse, really. But the light that the divine feminines that the light that the divine feminines are shining is sometimes blinding and overwhelming with the divine masculines, but it is causing them to transform. That's why we have the butterflies here. So yeah, divine feminines as a transmitter of light, keep shining your light. As I've always said on the previous videos. Now, how they're seeing the connection. At the moment, we have here the Hangman. We also have here the Emperor. And what I'm getting with this is that this is all about enlightenment, the Hangman here. They're being awakened by this connection. They're now surrendering with this connection. Remember when I did the previous readings, they're still at resistance, but with all the things that have happened there, it's causing them to now surrender to this connection. They might still be in this state. That's why there's no movement. But they're awakening. So that's a good thing. They're healing, they're surrendering. They're more trusting with this connection. I feel like that's one of the main themes here. Divine masculines is starting to trust. And they now realize that there's a higher power at play within this connection. And with the Emperor card here, just bear with me at the moment. Because I will meet up with my friend and she's just calling me. So anyway, with the Emperor, and I don't want to post this reading. I just want to continue and finish this reading up before I leave. So with the Emperor card here, the divine masculines are trying to build themselves up, and in however way they do that. Some people build themselves up in the material world, wanting to be in control more and to be more stable with the divine, wanting to build foundation with the Emperor here. And I feel like this is a balance between the surrendering state and the balance between being in control. They're now embodying this divine masculine energy. And now with the instinctual wisdom here, or the Nine of Discs, this is, I feel like, what's as much as this is how they're seeing the connection, this is also about how the connection is affecting the divine masculines. That's what I'm getting. They're they're moving towards this divine, their divine masculine, their real divine masculine essence with the Emperor card. Surrendering, whilst balance between surrendering and trying to take control as the Emperor. And also they're trying to go towards independence. And this is about because the nine of this is a single card. So most divine masculines I'm getting now that might be single or just focusing on themselves now, because this is someone that is on their own, single, but is someone that is moving towards abundance, because it's a 9. This is moving towards this 10 here. But this is someone that's working on themselves, trying to be self-sufficient. So that's what the connection is making them do towards how they're acting on the physical. There's more like on the spiritual, and then this is on the physical, and this is what you're trying to embody. And it's also about freedom, being free to be their own selves. And that's what this connection inspires them to be. And I feel like they're seeing the real reflection of themselves through this connection. Like when you look closely on this water here, like this wolf here, I believe, is seeing their reflection on the pond here. So with that, this connection makes them connect to their true essence as divine masculines. At the same time, they're learning to trust their intuition. And that's the wisdom they're gaining. They're gaining more wisdom with the hangman there too. Now, on their fears, let's look at the divine masculine's fears. And what's very interesting is because whenever I talk about fears, it's what you fear the most, that's what you want the most. And okay, so I have here King of Cups, another 10. This is the last tens. Remember, we've already seen the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Discs, or the 10 of Pentacles. Now we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, and I feel like that's very significant in this reading. So, now, with this is divine masculine's fears. So what's coming up in their fears? I feel like, so we have here logic. Swords are about logic. Cups are about emotions. So I feel like there's also this balancing in the logic and emotions area. But it's coming up in their fears because I feel like these emotions and emotional fulfillment with the 10 of Cups, and wanting this to be is what they want the most, but also what they fear the most. And there's completion in both the mind and the heart here. They're balancing it, getting those two at the same page. And this process is overwhelming for the divine masculines, because the more they realize, the more they embody this King of Cups energy. This King of Cups is them being in touch with their own feelings and their deeper, being in touch on their own selves in a deeper way. So, the more they get in touch with themselves more, the more they start to realize that their mind and their heart are not in disagreement. When they thought before, they thought their mind and their heart are in disagreement. But when they look deeper and they embody their King of Cups energy, their mind and their heart are on the same page. their mind and their heart both want the same thing, and that's their divine feminine. So it's coming up as fear. It's overwhelming for them. Now, with the Queen of Wands here, or the Healer of Wands, remember we already seen here the King of Wands, and this is what they're wanting. And I feel like the Healer of Wands here, or the Queen of Wands, is represents the divine feminines. So we already saw the King of Wands, and that's what they want to align. That's what they want to embody, and how they want to align their energy. Um, I really do feel like the divine feminines embody the Queen of Wands, and it can still appear intimidating to divine masculines at the moment. That's why there's fear, and also this is something that's very new to them. This is vibrational healing, so this is raising their vibration. This is still very new to them, and healing towards becoming the King of Wands. When they become the King of Wands, that's when they start to take action for moving forward, and it's like stepping into the unknown for them. And I feel like this links on how they see the divine feminines as a transmitter of light, the server of Wands here, because if how you see like this, like winged, almost like a fairy here, angelic, and with I feel like, and with this Queen of Wands, this is also present too here. All this healing thing, all this raising vibration is still new to the divine masculines. That's why it's coming up as fierce. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing. It's just that you're stepping into something that is unknown, whether it's good for you or it's bad for you. It's overwhelming. Now, so also with the High Priestess here, the High Priestess also came up. So I feel like trusting their intuition is still a new concept to them. So so there's fear. Once they are, because I feel like once they're lifting this veil, so now they're seeing it for how it really is, because they're gaining this intuitive wisdom too. Remember, they're gaining the instinctual wisdom, and I feel like it's very similar. It's kind of the same thing, the instincts and there's intuitional wisdom. And I love that both cards came up. And now my mom is doing some vacuum cleaning. Okay. Now, because they've lifted the veil and they're now trusting their intuition, they're now seeing this, how their mind and their heart are on the same page. That's just why it's coming up as fears also. Now, what they want to do about these fears? We have here 6 cards actually came up for this. So we have here the Chariot card. Now they're moving forward. They're balancing the light and dark. So this is a really good thing. We also have a 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. So I feel like they're focused on healing. Focus on healing the pain. Focus on communicating to the divine feminines, and how they might have caused the divine feminine's pain. Communication towards that and clearing that up and what's really happened. Most divine masculines will really communicate and move forward. And I really love seeing these cards here. Also towards healing. Now, and I feel like this is very similar, these cards here, because we have here balance again, as I've already said with the Chariot card here. I'm seeing balance. balancing the light and the dark. They're currently probably in balance at the moment, but they're getting in balance. So this is the justice card. This is a card all about karmic completion also too. And I feel like with this, they're balancing with their divine feminines and facing up whatever mistakes they've done, and they want to try and make up for it. Not that the divine masculines are the only one that made mistakes, but we're reading the divine masculines here, so this is all about the divine masculines and what they're thinking and what they're feeling. So now with the Nine of Swords here, the message here is trust walk. And Nine of Swords is someone that's so focused on overthinking and having sleepless nights. And I feel like now with the compassion card here too, this is a judgment card. So this is also them connecting, like being compassionate with themselves, and this is all about self-love, compassion with themselves and compassion to other people, especially to their divine feminines too. And this them being centered and being grounded at the same time, connecting above and beyond with the tree here, the roots connecting and being grounded down to Gaia, and the trees keep growing up above and connecting up above spiritually. And I love how I'm seeing again the moon to the sun here, and I feel like they're being more balanced and they're being more connected now. And it's all because they move past from, they have like enlightened now. And I feel like, yeah, I'm also getting right now is like how this is about like being connected to the cosmos and being connected to everything also, like it's opening up also. And it's all because they see divine feminines as their mirrors, and that's how they're able to heal. So they're healing now. And so the messages for the divine masculines and on what they need to focus on. And we have here, notice the signs. The signs that you are getting, divine feminines, are the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. Angels drop feathers, coins, and other signs, whether it's number patterns that you keep saying all the time or a symbol that reminds you of your divine masculines. Trust that this is just a confirmation that yes, it's probably because you're coming out nearer towards union. If you think that, like, what I also want to say, like, yes, every number patterns have different meanings, but those meanings, those number patterns, it's what kind, like if you search it online, there's some meanings on that. So it's also about what kind of meaning that you put on that number patterns. I feel like that's how it works. Like for example, 222 is all about balancing and all about partnerships. But for me personally, whenever I see 222, I created that in my mind that it's my divine masculine saying, reaching out to me, or saying, reminding me that he loves me. So whenever I see that, that's just the meaning of the number for me. and it could also be significant dates also for you. So however it is, it doesn't matter what the number is. I know those numbers hold certain vibrations, but it's what kind of meaning that you put on them. Now, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. We need to let go of those limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. And this is all connected to the intuition. Trust, having more trust, heal us divine feminines. And this is for the people that are watching this video, whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine. But I feel like most divine feminines are watching this video. That's why I'm talking to divine feminines. So most divine feminines, this is what you need to heal, this intuition, so that you can get the guidance more and you can connect more to guidance and notice the signs that your angels are sending you and your guides are sending you. And we also have here blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. You might see like this situation with your divine masculine is currently in chaos, but this is all a blessing in disguise. So, what's your guides are asking you to do is heal the base chakra. Because when we heal the base chakra, that's how we'll be able to stay calm on whatever is currently happening. Because it might seem like it's in chaos right now, but it's in a blessing in disguise. It's happening for a reason. So when we heal the base chakra, whatever is happening in the physical, in the 3D, whatever our current circumstances is, we're not gonna be, our vibrations are not gonna be affected because we're centered and we're grounded with the base chakra here. At the same time, we also are guided as divine feminines to surrender stubbornness and surrender to play. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Now, surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal and do something fun. Play is a time to recreation and rejuvenation. So, divine feminines, you're watching this, keep doing. If you're focusing on yourself, keep doing, keep focusing, and keep doing the things that you love the most and you enjoy the most. And that will lift your vibration more and make you in alignment more to union with your divine masculines. Keep doing that. And surrender trying to control things and trying. And I feel like this would, you already know this, what you're being stubborn about. And the more resistance, the more you're not going with the flow, the more you're blocking really this union. And we have here the heart chakra. This, I feel like this is the message, this came out first. So I feel like this is the message, overall message is heal your heart chakra, open your heart chakra, because that's how you're going to be able to connect with your divine masculines. And also work towards forgiveness. That's really why I'm getting there, because for me, as much as I wanted to go towards union, I feel like for me what happened is that I really wanted this, and I moved past to, like, I skipped on healing my forgiveness, and now I'm finding out that there's still some resentments and anger that are still within me that I need to heal. So if you're connecting with me, I feel like this is the message for you too. So yeah, that's the message for the Divine Masculine Energy check at the moment. And thank you for watching. If you want your own personal one, you can order and book one from me. If you're not sure whether it's your Divine Masculine and you don't want to order a Twin Flame one, I also do I also do love connection readings. That's for soulmates and other kind of connections. And also, my $7 one question reading is still up, and I will link the video down below on how you can order that. It's a special reading, and I feel like I'm doing that for the whole month of June. So whenever you find this video, if it's still on the link down below, then it means that I'm still doing that. And if it's not on the link down below anymore, it means I've stopped that special. So if you want to still purchase that $7 reading, whatever question you want, it doesn't have to be about love. You can do that also. So, and also for the 3 questions, it's $16 at the moment. So yeah, just look at the description down below. If it's still there, then it means I'm still doing it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you all love and light.